So GameStop has decided to stop selling Microsoft's Zune digital music player. Apparently there just isn't much demand for the device, although according to Microsoft, the brown Zune was quite popular. Hello, it's Friday, May 23rd, 2008. I'm John Pachkowski, and this is Digital Daily. Well, it looks like billionaire investor Carl Icahn will only need 9 of the 10 dissident directors he'd hoped to appoint to Yahoo's board. Longtime Yahoo director Edward Kozel resigned yesterday, reducing the company's board from 10 members to 9. Yahoo claims Kozel's departure, which coincides with the postponement of the company's annual shareholder meeting from July 3rd to, quote, around the end of July 2008, has nothing to do with the battle over Microsoft's takeover bid and the proxy war with Icahn. Like every other executive to suddenly up and leave a company, Kozel, it seems, just wants to, quote, spend more time with friends and family, and less with the looming proxy war and Carl Icahn. GameStop has stopped selling Zunes. During a quarterly earnings call yesterday, GameStop CFO David Carlson said the retailer had pulled Microsoft's media player from the shelves of all 4,400 of its stores. He offered no further details on the move, but according to a GameStop spokesperson, it was inspired by insufficient demand. We have decided to exit the Zune category because it just did not have the appeal we had anticipated, the spokesperson told TheStreet.com. It also did not fit in with our product mix. Yeah, your product mix and everyone else's as well. As I mentioned here last week, just 2 million Zunes have been sold since the device's launch in November of 2006. And to put that figure in perspective, Apple sold 10.6 million iPods in its last quarter alone. And so a question. Is GameStop's decision to dump the Zune the beginning of a wider trend? Good thing Forrester Research doesn't run Apple, because if it did, the company would be well on its way to insolvency. In an astonishingly unimaginative report called The Future of Apple Inc., Forrester attempts to divine the products and services Apple will be peddling 5 years from now. Sadly, the speculative product and services roadmap the company has devised seems more a roadmap to ruin than anything else, and a laughable one at that. Among the products Forrester sees Apple developing by 2013, a network-enabled clock radio, an Apple Sound Universal Music Controller, a digital picture frame, and a Genius Bar that makes house calls just like the Geek Squad. Huh. So Apple, after reinventing the desktop UI, the digital media player, and the phone, will set its sights on the lowly clock radio and picture frame. Really? If Apple's product dev team pitched Forrester's clock radio idea to CEO Steve Jobs, he'd probably hurl them one by one into rush hour traffic from the roof of one infinite loop. That's it for Digital Daily. I'll see you again next week, live from the All Things Digital 6 conference in San Diego.